Why, hello there. How are we doing today? Good? Good. I'm sure this is going to sound weird for those people watching VODs, but I have been gone for a week, and it feels very weird to be back. Gosh, is there something wrong with my headphones? They don't sound quite right. 1 second. Let's see. No, everything's right, it seems. He has returned! Yes, John, I have returned! Ay, ay, ay. Man, not streaming for a week felt weird. Oh boy. Howdy, Xavier. Good to see. Oh, hello there. Excuse me, I need to do this real quick. Thank you. Alright, now you can do your thing. You didn't see that. Forget. Wow, I'm giving Rusty a whole new meaning. What the hell was that? I missed a locked-on enemy at point-blank range. What is wrong with me? Apparently Gideon might be a Nox. He has the same, I assume you mean eyes as them. The whites of the eyes are red with a golden iris. Interesting. I don't know if that necessarily means Gideon's a Nox. It might mean he's Nightfolk, though, right? Because don't they have the same traits? It could also just be because you're never supposed to see his face. That's also always a possibility, I suppose. Either way, interesting to take a look at. Or maybe it has something to do with his contact with America. Possible. Alright, I need to figure out what I'm doing. Alright, we have to do this. So let's see, I gotta do this. Am I crazy? Wasn't there a mission we had, or did I already do it? Ah, here it is. Yeah, Juno Hoslo. I think maybe I did that last stream. Elden Ring has entered my dreams. Ah, so I've heard, John. So I heard on Discord. So questions. You have to wonder. I don't think this was the Giants, if I'm being frank. I wonder. It's the same style as the other ancient civilization architecture that we've seen around the area. We also have to consider these ghost trees. Sometimes they're underground, sometimes they're well above the ground. Yeah, like over here. You can see some of them clearly floating a lot higher than they would. It's hard to say how much of that is possibly tectonic shifts or something, because it's stated how the giants, their roars used to cause avalanches and cause like earthquakes and crap like that. So it's quite possible that they've actually, with their booming voices, completely changed the landscape here. Yeah, like see this tree's half underground. This one is this one's like obviously there's like, oh, there was stuff here. So this is making me think, oh, okay, giants. It's very slight, too, right? Well, did we explore that before? I don't know. I don't recall that we've gone behind Castle Sol. So I think that's still ripe for the taking. Let's go check it out. I believe that the gray silver eye, could a Nox be a tarnished? I don't think so, John, because they betrayed the greater will before. So it'd be very weird if they happen to be the Tarnished, because the idea is the Tarnished are those who are exiled with Godfrey's people. I guess it could be theoretically possible some Nox were among Godfrey's forces. In that case, they'd have to abandon their culture and kind of become part of the Erdtree Empire, which I don't know if they'd be willing to do, to be honest. Oh. Ah. That's the Halig tree, huh? Kind of looks like shit, if you ask me. It's probably because this is like the low poly model, and it's using all those flat, obviously flat textures. Like, who the fuck thought this was a good idea? It's so obvious. I guess you're only supposed to look at it from like up there or something. Maybe it looks better that. No, it'd have to look worse because the flat textures and all. Like, how? Who was this designed to look at? It feels like this was designed so you would look at it from here, but they lowered it down here instead. Also, is that a horizon? Oh my god, it's a horizon. Is that a tree? No, that has to be a cloud, right? It can't be land. We're so high up. Well, this is awkward. They also say they used to bleed silver like the tears. I believe they have the gray silver eyes of the silver tear mimics. Okay, so they have silver eyes. Gotcha. Also, I believe your document says Millennia instead of Melina. Do you mean the one I've been posting on Discord, Xavier? If so, I'm gonna have to get that checked out. So thanks for telling me. Where do I turn, then, in order to get to where we were at? Or maybe I'm supposed to do it from inside the castle? Alright, let's try it one more time. This might be something I want to mention in my document, though. Because that oh, we can't go this way. Okay, we can go this way, though. So this is how we do it. There we go. Hey, Vans, good to see ya. How have you been? I'm doing swell as I can be. Nope, that... Why does it sound like I feel like I hear something burning every now and then? I wonder if it's like embers in the air or something. Alright, well. Alright, because for those that have read the document, I didn't mention this here, but we have a graveyard that extends like all of this. Right? And this portion, or I think at least this portion, maybe it goes up to here or something, but at least like this portion has giants buried. The rest is all human. So I'm thinking this are all the people who were defeated by Godfrey at Castle Sol, along with giants there. So basically the Northern War seems to go something like this. We don't know if they necessarily marched this way. I don't know if we have anything in the lore to suggest that. I have to double check the map for this area. But we do know that they went to Zamor village, which leads to them making alliances with the Zamor. This is the catacombs, which are down below, and then you have a hero's grave up here. I think this is where the summit is, something like this, right? So it's like this area. So it's like, okay, they're not going to do what probably Zamor did, which is like climb up to get to the summit and like have a pathetic war that the giants aren't even going to bother trying to crush your little village that's a nuisance. So instead, they went around the west side to go around and try to get a better vantage point to mount the assault instead of the climb. And they built a road with blocks here in order to cross this cliff. So it seems like the cliff always existed, but it was not very, well, stable. So instead, they put a bunch of flat blocks that they could use as a more solid road, and they used that to cross over to this mountaintop, which, of course, as we know, is the one with the village and all that stuff, yada yada. And eventually, it's like, okay, they're going to be coming near Castle Sol, so at that point, you may as well make that assault. And then once you get Castle Sol captured, you have the giants that were with them killed, and they're given a respectful burial because Godfrey. America obviously doesn't accept that later, though. And then this is probably the graveyard that was used before then, before this big battle, I think. Because otherwise, why have this very distinctly separate graveyard here? I think this was the old one for just like the few that were relatively few that were dying or what have you. And then they were using a giant graveyard to kind of really showcase how, what was this, Niall? Commander Niall? How really screwed he was if he didn't offer up his leg to try to spare the rest of his men. As we can see, even now, Niall's basically just by himself, so gotta wonder what happened to the rest of his men since then. That's good. I'm finishing up another Demon Souls weapons vid, so I'm feeling good about that. Ooh, a Demon Souls weapons vid. More cut content? Or, like, just, like, restoring... Well, I guess you would be restoring if it's cut content, but then... Or is it, like, something that already exists, but, like, cool features or something? Very interesting. Like I said, this could be explained by just the way that they cause avalanches and stuff with their roars, so could totally shift the landscape radically. Let's go here. I will say, what's impressive about this game is how well they've been able to make both loading times and just generally navigating across those loading times super easy. It's like, okay, just like warp here, warp here, warp here. Really quickly, really simple, despite the open world and all that. I appreciate it. Yeah, so, okay, this is where we start seeing the giants, so... This is where giants start getting buried. Are you done? There we go. So about here. Let's do grave marker here. So it's around this point that the giants are getting buried all the way to the end over here. Now, we've seen a lot of big graves around here, of course, but this is, like, I think the only instance where we have the big graves intermixed with the small graves like this, which, of course, gives away, oh, giants. Oh, cool. More runes. Oh, cool. Human bone shard. Oh, cool. More runes. There's a lot of stuff I didn't grab during my last time here, huh? Yeah, that's not gonna help me. So much death root. Godwin, stop. Oh, there's also the giant skeletons. Those also kind of give it away. Well, see ya, buddy. More of just showing off the models. Ah, I see. So it's a model showcase. Gotcha. Up close, looks at them, that kind of stuff. Neat. But then, I have it on reliable authority that because Demon Souls was a PS3 game, there just wasn't that much detail to the models to look at. And that any idea otherwise... It's just our rose-tinted glasses trying to fill in gaps that weren't actually there due to the low-quality TVs and stuff at the time or something. Mind you, I have no nostalgia for the original Demon Souls. I never played it. It's well after my time. But still, clearly, it's all clearly nostalgia. Why are the giant skeletons down by Mohg's Palace? Because if you may recall, John, Mohg's Palace is right here in Caelid. And if you recall, this entire area has giant skulls. The same skulls that we find up the summit of the mountaintops and stuff. The idea being, of course, there are giants here. There were giants in Caelid. But as we know, the giants moved from Caelid to the mountaintops. Now, I don't know how they facilitated this exactly. Did they cross here? It's possible, I suppose, because they're giants. They could probably wade through any waters. Did they go through Farum Azula? Not exactly sure. Like, that's the stuff where it's kind of vague. But it's definitely clear that they came from Caelid. That if we had to be like, I wonder where the giants came from in order to... Oh, right, you. I almost forgot about you. I wonder where the giants came from. Geez, I wonder if it's the place with the giant skulls where we also see there. You know, I'm surprised they're mentioning the age. Miyazaki tends to be vague about that stuff. I hope it's not... Yeah, sure, whatever. Are the giants the same as the fire giants? Yes. Or at the very least, they are what became the fire giants. fancy spin of a little girl.
But Vince, the models weren't that detailed. It's your memory. No.
Exactly.
By the way, I believe Vike's Everjail is up the path to the Fire Giant. I would try to look at his attacks. I believe he's an alt version of his Special Ash of War.
I'm not familiar with his Special Ash of War, so that might not mean too much to me. But I'll have to make sure to be slow and take a look for you guys. I can just screw around for a while with him. I won't just one-shot him. Primal Glintstone Blade. Oh, that makes sense, because this is like super ancient society thing. Though I'm kind of surprised they require it behind this ash. I guess because it ties into the greater Rhea Lucarian lore. Do we see any animals that float around kind of like that? I don't think so. Oh. Cool. More items I don't use. I thought the jellyfish moment was cute. It stuck with me. Yeah, it's fine. It's a fine moment by itself. I just don't know why why it was decided they would gate Primal Glintstone. Isn't this the thing you use for Selen? Am I wrong in that? I can't remember if that's her quest item or not. It's just I'm kind of curious how Miyazaki wants to string that narrative together, or if it's just a matter of, nah, it's for a completely separate thing, but we wanted to give you a reward for doing the jellyfish thing, so there you go. I just had a talk with my Italian counterparts before coming on. It was very brief, wasn't able to talk about too much, but it is interesting. Oh, wow, it just like loaded in, good to know. Anyway, it is interesting. There was mention about finding ancestral followers up here in the mountaintops, and I assume it has to be over there with those trees, right? Because I'm pretty sure those are the same trees we see in the Shifa River. Oh god, the texture disappeared again. There we go. Yeah, these look like the same trees. So I have to imagine there was a river that flowed through here. Actually, yeah, that is possible. We do have a river here that's frozen, right? So it wouldn't be too surprising then if we found the same trees with this river. What other rivers do we have? I think it's just this one, right? Yeah. This one, which leads down here, which leads to the Liurnia Lake. This one's technically a river, too. It's very odd, too, because it comes from around here, I think. Because you have water that flows this way and that way. Oh, so much to analyze. So little time. Interesting. There's the hero's grave. Though the statue isn't there. Does this one not have the statues like the others, or did they just deload it from this low? It is low poly, I imagine. I wonder what the symbol on there is. I wonder. Oh! Hello there! I see. My man be T-posing. Yes, it's a big tree.
Nice to see you. I can't believe you've come all this way.
Listen. You might have trouble with this, but do you mind teaching me? Listen, I know, man, you're having a rough time, but
I'll take it off your hands. I cannot afford to maintain my innocence any longer. I must dirty my hands to test my faith, even if it offers only the most meager of hints. I will do whatever I can to help my master.
oh, this poor man. I keep bringing him heresy, chat. I'm just creating like my own villain origin story with this guy. Like he's gonna like murder a bunch of people going crazy because of all the heresy I hand him. I just know it. Poor dude.
I've been gripped by a terrifying thought.
Oh, is that why you're going nuts?
The rhythms and calculus of the Master's finger betray a suspicion of the holism of the Golden Order.
Oh
A
no.
conceit, I am afraid, that cannot be overlooked.
Oh no.
How could this be? I dread to even entertain the possibility. And somehow, I cannot cast aside my doubts about the Master. Tell me, have I simply lost my head? Only, if the Master were true to the Golden Order,
Oh, hello, Moon.
why would he think to breach this forbidden mount of fire?
I don't know, maybe just want a better vantage point?
Oh, Master, put my mind at ease. Dispel these fearsome thoughts. I want to place my trust in you, to be your scribe.
I know that you're having like a bit of a crisis of faith right now, but yeah, I don't need you. Bye.
It's the Yellow Frenzy Flame Explosion with 3 branches going forward. Gotcha. It's not it trades health for mana, I think. Something like that, at least. Gotcha. Pastor! Good to see you. I've been reading about the evolution of the weapons in Bloodborne on your site, Loki. Really cool stuff.
Ooh, so that would probably be my Yarnum thesis, right, Pastor? Uh-huh. On Discord, I also kind of listed out the lost/uncanny weapons, and the dungeons we find them in. I should maybe write my summarized thoughts on how those relate, because, like I said, I've talked about this before, but I find that the Chalice dungeons, when you get past the copy-paste stuff and just look at it in a broader sense, there's actually a lot of lore to glean in that side, and those weapons are a good example of that.
Hello, Adolphus. Good to see you. I probably won't be able to join just now. Breaking fast. I'll probably pop up in an hour or so.
No problem, no problem. I do not mind whatsoever. It's always great to have you guys for whatever time you're able. Seriously, you don't have to be here, so I appreciate it.
Aye, Simai, and good day to you. I'm Iman. Hey, Iman, good to see ya. Praise the sunny face guy.
I love it, I love it. Yeah, the Yarnum thesis, yeah. Oh, how did I end up here? Whoopsie, I wasn't looking. Also, wow, demi-humans really are everywhere. I'm just gonna go to this destroyed tree. Who broke you? Who broke you? I don't recall them spawning in like that. Usually they're already there. So you were created just recently. Interesting. So you just respawned yours because you're a dying tree. Interesting. Very interesting. Nope. Ah, look, there's the Briars. We'll be checking you out in a second. Yep, that's what I expected. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for the spawn-in. Now, though, I can. What the heck ability is that? Wait, you summon a second one? What? Why do you only show me this when I die? Is this flexing? Is this what they call the tea bag on my grave? Oh. Have you killed the phantom version of Vike? I think I have. That was at the church up top, right? I think. Oh, before I die. Basically, they're just spirits and they double the trouble. Yeah, I can see double trouble, that's for sure. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, this tree man is weird. Usually I think it's the ulcerated tree spirit spawns in the air like that, although with a different particle effect. Yeah, I recognize like that golden look, but it looks more like almost like a fire thing with this tree spirit, if I recall, right? Like almost it's coming out of like some like fiery cloud of gold. This one kind of just descends like an angel. Hopefully we get plenty more tree bosses in the DLC. No, John, why? I joked about that on Twitter. I was like, well, I, for one, look forward to fighting, like, Erdtree Avatar number 36 or whatever. Like, it's like, well, this is predictable. How did... I love how I kind of just... I was looking at chat, and I wandered into the Erdtree. How did I not get myself killed? I'm truly... It is beyond me. I told you. Usually I think it's the old, yeah, so to do so. So you got his spear. I don't know, I've not paid attention to what I might have his spear. Vike spear. I do not see it. It might be in my storage box. Okay. Now I know what I'm up against, so there we go. Oh, nice, in one hit. Ah, now I'm missing, like... There we go. Alright, so I ain't surviving a hit from that boy. He a little too big. So what we gotta do is that... how do I switched earlier. How do I not remember this? There we go. So it should spawn around there. So what do you think, chat? I think this is safe. So he does a Sully clone. But if you kill one, you kill both. Gotcha. Perfect. Cerulean Crystal tier, and then the Crimson Bubble tier. So I have to assume this tree was desperate, because it was dying. And so it did that with the spirit and had to do all that doubles and shit. This tree looks burnt, though. Did Vike do this? Did he use Frenzy Flame and burn this Erdtree? Is that why? Is that why he ended up, Is that why he ended up being locked in an Everjail up here? Did our friend decide to burn an Erdtree, and this was the dying gasps of a poor, tiny little Erdtree, slowly but surely withering away? There's the other castle. Yes, I talked about this in my document. I think this was the castle that was made by Niall's men after they lost here. So, we were talking earlier. I need to find the map for this. Where is it? I haven't done anything with... There's so much shit here I don't think I've done. Oh my. Let's find the map and then I'll talk more about my thoughts on the lore so far. I don't see any other items here. This area looks like a dead end, so let's just double check the edges, make sure there's not like a secret path or something. Did the fire giants do it? No, I don't think so, because minor Erdtrees don't exist until after the fire giants are all gone. The minor Erdtree is a reaction. Okay, so the small phantom trees we see, well, most of them anyway, those were released when the around the time of the Shattering, right? So Marika breaks the Elden Ring, the Erdtree sensing its own mortality, releases seeds that spread across the area and form those tiny phantom trees we see. Now, those trees, when left to grow, become minor Erd trees. The implication, of course, is that these minor Erd trees, with the seeds, were released way before the Shattering War. When exactly? Well, the indication would have to be... Ooh, look, a grace point. That's cool. Also cool that we have a actual spot here. Ooh, are those guardians? Sorry, guys, I'm being super ADD today. No, those are just more of those stupid demi-humans. Anyway, so the idea would have to be that if we had an Erd tree, minor Erd tree being burned down, it would be after the events of the Giants, because the only event of note which would cause the Erd tree to release seeds is the loss of the Crucible, when the Crucible was no longer immortal. The Erd tree began losing power, and it's like, oh, wait a second, this isn't supposed to happen. Well, gonna release some trees in self-defense. And those became the minor Erd trees. We know that America starts studying them from the church by Langdell. This is, of course, what leads to the Liurnian Wars, and, of course, her getting access to the libraries of knowledge there. All those tomes. Oh, we already have this? What? Wait. Oh! It's this place. Oh, okay, never mind. That was kind of cool. That'd be something new. It's strange. It does strange things for wondrous physics. Explains a lot. Yeah, if that has anything to do with Flame of Frenzy, that could explain it. Yeah. We have Last Giant. Yeah, but Last Giant's busy being a firekeeper over on the summit, so Last Giant's not going to be burning anything here. If we were to blame anyone related on this mountaintop besides Vike, I would maybe go for the fire monks, maybe. But that would be weird because the fire monks serve the Erd tree. Maybe. No, it can't be during the the Glowmide Queen incident, because again, that's after the Glowmide Queen thing is before the minor Erd trees as well. Yeah, just there's no real scenario I can think of besides Vike that would cause this tree to get burned in the snowy mountaintops. We already killed the boss here, so we don't have to do that anymore. I don't know how many items I'm missing, but, like, it's bright lights in bright white. So, I think Miyazaki's gonna have to forgive me on this one. Maybe if he ever lets us, like, code it red color or something. Instead of, like, a bright blue. Looks like there was once a bridge that went over there. Can't go there. I see more of those golems. Uh-huh. Oh god, you. So there'd be a bridge straight here. Okay, yeah. I don't think this was done by the Giants. I think this was done by the ancient civilization, and they're the same people who made the golems. So this, all this was done... The fuck? FromSoft? FromSoft, did you forget hit... Oh. Nope, you didn't forget hitboxes! I'm sorry I doubted you! Ah! Fire Giant's the best firekeeper. We finally got the perfect firekeeper, chat. Last Giant, ye thick. He's the thickest of all the firekeepers. They just can't compete. It just started storming outside. Well, I hope the storm passes for you, John. Okay, is that intentional? Because that's a magic tower, isn't it? Oh. Oh, wait. It's probably intentional. It's probably like some stupid, like, puzzle thing. And it's like, oh, hee. You have to find the path unseen or some shit. Alright. Alright. I have to climb up. Also, I'm just gonna say this. This is fucking terrifying. You know, I was never bothered by this with the Sullivan Bridge. But this, I don't know, something about this, it scares me. Like, what the... Also, is that another grace point? Wait. Is there, like, one right there? But there's another one down... Ugh, gosh darn it. This game. Okay, so how do I get up? Oh, there's like a fog thing here. Is that like a trick? Oh, let's see. Well, it's not an illusory wall, I guess. I guess left or right? Well, chat, if I die... Well, I guess it was left.
Hi, hey Rapucha, welcome on in. Crimson Bubble tier plus Cerulean Crystal tier B. What does that mean? I'll better double check that, I guess, and figure out what you're trying to talk about. Mix Wondrous Physics. So, is that the stuff we picked up earlier? Let's see, Crimson Bubble tier. Really? I must be here then. No. I'm not crazy. Yeah, it's you say it says bubble tier here. Unless you meant burst tier. No, because it's not bubble. Okay, this is bubble tier. Okay, here they are. Restores HP when near death in mixed physic. Restores HP when near death in mixed. Oh, okay, that explains the Erdtree avatars then, right? Because the idea is that okay, it's nearing death, so that's its last hurrah. Okay, I'm gonna summon the spirit to protect me in this last moments. Gotcha. And then the other one is Cerulean Crystal tier B, which I assume has to do with the magic nearby, because this is a magic tower here, right? What's the difference? Oh, restores half a total FP in mixed physic. Ooh. What if our little tree burner was the sorcerer? I'm not sure how that would be accomplished with sorcery, but... No, we want to go this way. Those two magic physics plus Common Azure equals bust ass shit. I don't know. I think having infinite mana is just kind of dumb as it is. I don't know how you can make it even better, besides maybe increasing the potency. Do I have to, like, jump up there, maybe? Well, okay, first we'll do this. Okay. Chat. I've got a problem. I don't know what I'm supposed to do from here. This is one of those moments where it'd be really nice to have online right now, so online could, like, kind of point me in the right direction. But I guess we're just gonna do trial and error. I hope it's not like you have to do something at the tower and it unlocks a path there or some shit. Also, until then, we're not gonna need you for a while, so this'll do. Perfect. Wait. Alright, I didn't die. That's why I was like, wait a second. I still have all my runes.
Alright, so I see the fog. I wonder if this would be easier at nighttime. Or... maybe if we... no. Alright, so either way, I die. Or maybe I'm supposed to jump up here. Oh. Now, it can't be that you're... it's clearly you're supposed to get on the balcony, right? I'm not overthinking this. I don't see any more of those. Yeah, I think I went the wrong way, so let's go this way. Coolio, you die in one hit. Alright, let's worry about the front first. See if anything changes. Oh. Rune-powered blimps! What will they think up next? There we go. Can I even hit that? Look for more fog? That's what I figured, man, but I'm having trouble finding it. It has to be somewhere earlier in the bridge then, and you're not supposed to go directly to it. You're supposed to, like, I assume, go, like, left or right or something at a certain point. Again, I wonder if it'd be easier if it was nighttime, and I could more easily see it with a torch or something. Yeah, let me guess. Falling snow marks something unseen. Ooh, falling snow. Does that mean that you could also look for something like in the Crystal Cave in Dark Souls 1? Like little smalling, like, snowdrops or something? I wonder. Well, let's go this way for now. We can come back through the back way later. Again, where's my map? Again, I don't know if I can hit that. Nope. Huh. Well, I'm at a loss. That was kind of my trump card. Oh. Maybe if I'm under it, I can reach it. There we go. Oh, look at that lake. Welp. Welp. Hey, Platty. Good to see you. Fog is the solution. Good, I'm in. My favorite physics combo is the one that lets you keep runes after death and one that makes you explode. Oh, keeping runes after death sounds cool. Yeah, that could be useful. You're like, ah, I'm gonna die. Let me just pop a physic real quick. I think that your addition gesture plus... oh, wait, Xavier just deleted his comment. Well, okay. Well, I'm sorry, Xavier. Sorry I wasn't worthy of reading it. Come on! How the hell am I supposed to get this? Am I, like, just out of range? Could I do it if I was here? Oh, actually, no. We should get on Torrent just for extra. Okay, what about now? How the hell do they expect you to get this? Well, I'm technically Dex, so... There we go. And problem solved. Wow, a very odd feeling where it's like, oh, I actually have to pull out something completely unrelated to my normal stuff. There you are. It was there. I was like, wait, did I take it off already? I don't see it. Okay, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who thought it was a good idea to bring the dogs from Caelid? I want names. Don't worry, you're not in trouble yet. Who had the absolutely audacious, blasphemous, monstrous idea to bring the dogs from Caelid up to the mountaintops? Who?
Correct about the balcony. Got any knives? Yes, I actually do have knives on me. Can I... Oh, I can... Oh, I get what you're trying to say, Platy! Ah, that's even better than this! Yeah, let's do regular throwing knives. Yeah. Oh, I love how your devious little mind works. This is the Everjail, isn't it? Okay, let's get this over with real quick. Wait, what's it called? Lord Contender's Everjail, huh? Alright! The giant fauna follows the giants, I guess. That would... Oh! Oh. Wait. You might have a point there. Someone tell me, do any of these dogs do Scarlet Rot? If so, do the ones in the mountaintops do Scarlet Rot? Or is it just the ones in Caelid? Again, I need those two facts clarified. Because, depending on how that was done mechanically, it's possible that these dogs actually are native species to Caelid that were then subsequently brought up with the giants, like you just said. Very good observation, Xavier. Worth looking into. Do the dogs have something to do with the giants? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing now, John. Maybe the dogs were taken from the mountaintops to Caelid? That I don't think so. Because the giants seem to have abandoned Caelid outright and left it to humans. Because they seem to be long dead, and I don't think we have any signs of, like, living giants in recent memory. The only true contender for Elden Lord. No rot for dogs. Dogs don't rot. Ooh, okay. Then we have to look at these, because it's possible they took the rot dogs and they reskinned them. They're like, we'll put some snow on them. No one will notice the rot stuff on the model. And then they're like, okay, this is a native species that the giants brought with them, and the Erd Tree Order has since repurposed because, hey, they're dogs. They'll get used to new owners. All right, so let's see what this guy can do. Hello, Vike. Ow. Hello, Vike. You are strong. Oh my. I thought I could heal that before it struck, but no. Okay, that's a very fast incantation. That's not the attack, though. No, they don't. Oh, this is good, chat. I might have to add to my doc that they took the dogs. Can you believe it? They killed the giants and took their pets. Marika, she's truly Miyazaki's greatest villain. Or I guess technically Martin's. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh no! He can heal, chat! He has a flask, the monster. Whoop. Mike, where'd you get all those fancy lightning stuff? Oh, that's right, you had a big thing with the cult, huh?
Is that a Storm Veil attack? Uh-huh. Come on, do some Frenzy. Come on, I know you can Frenzy. That looks like Storm Veil to me. Maybe I'm crazy, but... maybe it's just his weapon's unique stuff and that's from Far Missoula or something. Yeah, I guess it could be taught by the dragons. Oh. He's not doing anything frenzy related, or was that actually the, I'm gonna see one more time. Whoop. Actually, is there any red lightning buff you can get? I don't recall this being a thing. Well now. You have me most intrigued, sir. That's normal lightning. Alright, I think that's enough looking at his abilities. Oh! There we go, he's doing something. He did something different. Oh. You just got an extension on your life because of that, buddy. Oh. That wasn't that bad. Oh. I'll be honest, I thought I could strafe it. That was probably my bad. He has no frenzy stuff, no, only the Phantom does. Interesting. So you think they might have purified him of frenzy? Could that have been Miquella's doing then? He had a thing with Lansax, if I recall correctly. Well, yeah, well, Lansax now has nothing she wants to do with Tarnished, right? So. Vike's affiliated with dragons, yeah, at some point. But then he went all frenzy, and I assume that's why Morgott and Lansax are both like, no, no Tarnished. Smoldering with that flame of ambition. We cannot trust you, you're not worthy. I don't know if this implies the jail cures him or if his Phantom protecting his maiden is only crazy. Well, that's the thing. What are their relations? Is it a past-present thing? Are they like two different parts of the soul? That was the Fortisax attack, right? Fortisax attack is... the Ancient Dragon War is what brought on the Ancient Dragon cult, but Vike comes from after that because he's a Tarnished. So, like, this is during... Ancient Dragon War is, like, during Godfrey's era still. Anyway, let's have some fun. Where's the... okay, yeah, it's over here. Really? There we go. Ah, darn, I can't. What? Alright, I was just doing that for funsies, but... it is funny, I almost killed him while he's doing his little buff. Yeah, yeah. Are you? Are you kidding me? 1 HP! Ree! There we go. Vike's Dragon Bolt. Okay, so he has his own unique one. That might explain a bit. Fingerprint helm, fingerprint armor. Because I'm like, I don't remember a lightning buff that does red. That's because I don't remember looking too closely at his spells. Hello, Seagull. Good to see you. TA makes a good point, in my opinion, pointing out that Vike is cured of the Frenzied Flame in his jail, and we loot his eye from his Phantom, indicating that he likely gouged out his own eyes out of guilt. Did he, though? Maybe. I suppose that could be, but why would the Everjail be his cure? That'd be a weird thing for, but I guess we don't know too much about the nature of Everjails, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would need to be fleshed out more, because it's just kind of weird. It's like, oh, the Everjail cured him, did it?
That's why the spears are the coolest. Because he wears the frenzy armor and spear, but does no frenzy. I guess the next step would be if his model has the frenzy eyes. I suppose, but like we said, there could be... isn't always consistent. Also, didn't you say something about TA earlier, Xavier? I kind of forgot about it because of other stuff. So, oh, by the way, TA said something interesting that America's skylight might have been used to collect dew. There is what appears to be a cup up there too. I was wondering what you would think. America's skylight might have been used to collect dew. There's what appears to be a cup up there too. I was wondering. I have to look at the cup. But the thing, by skylight, I assume you mean her little bedroom thing. Where is it? Here, right? Because there's like sun will shine through or whatever from the top, so you can totally have the Erd tree like with light and things. I mean, the idea is possible. The thing is, I don't know if this bedroom existed during that period. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm actually tempted to think that this bedroom might have been built post I don't want to say post-America, but like post-Crucible era and Age of Plenty. The fact that we have portraits of Radigan in this old fortress, which obviously has been like divided from the rest of the city. Now the city is interesting by itself because you have this. Okay, you have this bridge to the front half, which has been like underwater now. But basically, yeah, besides this bridge, you have all these buildings, which seem to be the Nox Quarter, right? Like, this is the area connected to the old Eternal City, it seems. Right? Now, my theory is that there's some sort of lift or something that was here, like in a plaza or something, like a well, maybe, that would have taken you over here before. Actually, where's this? I don't think this is a well area, but... Ooh. I have to double-check that for sure, then. Interesting. Anyway, the point is that I'm not sure if all of this was all completely built here until maybe Radigan's era, because of like the statue of Radigan's definitely built here, so we know okay, it has to be around by this point. But I don't know. It's possible that Glowmite Queen incident and all that was happening, Omen incident, all of that, and then this palace area was built. And that this was the original palace when Radigan manifested post-Glowmite Queen. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to think about. Lightning attacks used to be red. Godwin made yellow versions. We see weaker versions though of these spells use the yellow too. I don't know if it's the same as Godwin's gold necessarily. I think it might be a slightly different shade, but we'll have to see. Yeah, Yeah, because the thing is that we see a lot how power is associated with the color red as well, because, like, Crucible was also reddish-tinged until, you know, America removed Destined Death, and then it turned into the normal gold we're familiar with, though apparently even this is weaker than what the original Erd Tree had before the Shattering. Anyway... The Everjail isn't his cure. His thesis is that the frenzy is located in the eye. Well, yeah, that would make sense, Siegel. But... So the idea... Oh, I get you. So the idea would be him taking out his eyes is what caused him to be, quote-unquote, cured of frenzy. Well, if that's the case... Oh, I guess the idea is that we don't want to blind ourselves, right? So we're not going to rip our own eyes out. I don't know. It feels like that's a very simple cure to the frenzy flame, though. It's like, okay, just take out the eyes thing. I don't know. I feel... A little surprised that... Well, I guess the problem is that the disease is contagious, right? So it's better to not try to cure people. It's best to just kill them all outright. Or seal them away. Yeah, I guess that could make sense then. America's bedchamber has a skylight. Okay, yeah. Hey, Night Scout, good to see you. Have you spoken to the two fingers at the round table hold yet? No, I don't. Thank you for reminding me, Night Scout. I'm gonna have to do that this stream, because I think I vaguely recall you mentioning that last stream. So again, thank you for the reminder. Anything else that we want to do here before we go back to the tower? Actually, I need to find a Grace here. So let's go this way. I need a Grace. I might also need to level up. Yeah, I should have leveled up a while ago. Uh-huh, dogs. Alright, so if these dogs don't cause scarlet rot, how about their models? They've got collars, so they definitely are being used as pets.
At least currently. And I'm not seeing any... Yeah, I don't see any Scarlet Rot on them, necessarily. Ow.
Well, this is what I get for just looking around. In my opinion, Vike sure seems to see just fine in the Everjail to have taken his eyes out. That's true also, Night Scout.
The fact that he's able to detect... But, does him being a spirit or whatever in the do the Everjails affect that, his ability to see things? But if so, then what would be the point of ripping out his eyes then anyway? Because then wouldn't the frenzy stick with him no matter... Yeah. I don't know how I feel about... Also, this is the... I wanted to avoid this! Whatever. Fine. We'll go get my runes. But first, let me rest at a new point. I see why they added another one, like down here or some shit. Where is it? There you are. There we go. It's the Fortisax incantation that Mike does. Ah, I get what you're trying to say now, John. Yeah, let's look at that actually really quick. Because his sister might also know it, because Fortisax is corrupted, if I recall, right? Where is it? Ah, here we go. Woo! Okay, so we have a superior incantation. Easier to deflect resistances, and all ailments is increased. However, lightning damage naked... Ooh, interesting. Lowers your ability to be protected by lightning. Only those loved by dragons can survive the ordeal of clouding their bodies in lightning. Interesting. I guess that... However, lightning damage negation will be reduced. I do find it interesting how clouding yourself in lightning makes you more susceptible to lightning. Very interesting. And then this. Summons red lightning to bolster both caster's body and their armament held in the right hand. Gotcha. Enchants armament with lightning affinity attacks and increase maximum equipment load. Oh, and increases maximum equipment load. However, lightning damage negation will be reduced. Of all the knights, Vike the Dragon Spear was the one Landsax loved the most. It increases maximum equipment load. That's interesting. Lightning can do that, huh? I got the impression that Vike was caught on the way to the forge and was tossed in the nearest Everjail as an emergency measure, not that he was cured and assigned to prison. I do think that the Everjail has to indicate his general location for sure. You weren't, I don't know if you were here to listen earlier, Night Scout, but we were talking about Vike in relation to the burned Erd tree over there, and I'm wondering if the Frenzied Flame was the cause behind that. Oh yeah, are the skeletons up here gold like the Altus Plateau ones? Maybe the Morn clan started in the mountains? No, this is different. I said that I talked about this earlier in the stream. My conclusion is that this graveyard is the people of Castle Sol. So when the giant war happened, Godfrey and peeps, they come to Zamor, they recruit the Zamor, they make the road to go up this west way along the cliff, and then they end up assaulting Castle Sol. They kill all the giants there along with the people, but unlike the giants that America would later deal with on the summit, these giants were given a proper, respectful burial, and the idea is that they, the giants and Castle Sol had friendly relations at the time. And the banished knights here, Niall and company, in order to save the rest of his men, he offered up his leg, and basically, kind of like the ones in Stormvale, they basically became, I guess, like pseudo-slave prisoners, penal colonist type deal. So it's like, okay, we'll let you keep your castle and stuff, but now it's our territory, but we'll let you man it. We'll let you bury your dead respectfully. And we'll have you build the, where is it? The Watcher's Garrison castle over there for our upcoming war. That's where my conclusion lies on all that. We see that. I don't really care for that, though. It's like a whole other area, though. Well. Just gonna go this way. Oh, I just thought about something. This is a perfect area for ice crabs. Yikes. I am terrified. Do I have anything to protect myself by chance as I go through here? In case I get killed? Yeah, sure. Well, I can get more runes later, but I need to save the runes I already have. Well, chat, I can't just say no to this. Also, jellyfish, huh? What women died in here? Spirit caller? Okay. Oh no, it's gonna be full of those stupid snails, isn't it? Well. Oh well. Pardon me, sir. Who summoned the blizzard? I was indoors for 5 seconds, and you created a blizzard. Oh. Oh. I see. Well. Oh. Sir. Woo! Woo! Oh, no. Woo! Woo! I'm so glad I equipped that twig. Woo! Oh my god, they're still coming after me. Ah, this place is hell. God, I knew that frozen lake. It's worse than crabs, though. It's the stupid prawn. Excuse me. Sorry, sirs. Bye. I don't want to be here for another moment. Please forgive me. God, being a glass cannon makes this game into horror. Everything can kill me in one hit at this point. Like that. Well, I had a thing equipped, though. The dogs up here have the same color that Gowry's dog has. Yeah, I'd imagine they'd oh, well, right, in here. Okay, so meanwhile, I shall get my level up. Yes, more DX. I can't remember if I should be farming for stuff because I died maybe and lost stuff. I don't know. I don't remember this shit. We're almost at 70 though, chat. We're almost at 70. I think that's when I can stop doing this. I can start caring about my HP. Oh, whoopsie. I want to get rid of that. Where's the gold one? Am I blind? Well, of course I'm blind, but... There it is, in the corner. Alright, do I want to do out there or in here? Oh, gosh. Here I am thinking we're going to get so much of mountaintops done today, and I'm like, nope. I still haven't fully explored here. I still haven't done any of this here. Oh, no. I did see one thing that was interesting, though. And that was a church. I think it was here. Oh, I see. There you are. Well, see ya. That might be the church. I think there's something obstructing my path. Oh, it's a tree. Oh, I wasn't too far off, all honesty. Thank you, sir. I'm happy you gave up. I appreciate you. Look at this poor church. It's the typical flower heading for a Church of America. Half buried, though. And only 2 graves here. Yeah, only those 2 graves. So this was a very, very sparsely populated church that fell into ruin relatively quickly, huh? What were you trying to do before you got to the church? Nani? Eh? Why? Just... Why is that there? Melina, don't you have something to say to me here? Yeah, there you are. Oh god, this game is the worst. I did it yesterday. Oh my gosh, Lap. Why do you have to tell me that, Lap? I already suspected it would be awful. Oh no. They don't use his uses a single color. These use 3 rusty ones. Okay, so they like copy pasted it, but it's basically still the same model, I think, right? Regarding the ghost animals and trees on the mountaintops, do you think they're naturally haunting it after the war, or are they tied to Mikla's Castle Soul ritual? I don't know how to answer that one, Night Scout, because I'm not really sure about the ones in Lingdale as it is. The only thing I have to say is I think they're a result of the giants, period. Because it seemed, because there's a big point made about how the giants cause avalanches and things like that. And obviously, like, their fires, flames become storms and stuff like that. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that the giants were, like, fought in the war in all these places where we see these ghost trees or whatever, but I think the general idea would be if these giants with, like, a single roar can, like, completely shake the foundations of this area and cause avalanches and stuff, I think it's possible they could cause some terraforming over the long time they've been here, and that's the result of us seeing, like, weird mismatches where some places are where some trees of ghost trees are underground partially, or some are way above ground where there is none, and all that.
In Marika's own words,
Okay, sure, I'm sorry I left you hanging, girl.
brave warriors, hark, my lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword. and
You're always kept on your
confirm
toes at
the
Castle Soul. There's bound to be trouble afoot. What is with all these puns, Pastor? Why?
An epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden Ring for the age of the Erd Tree.
I find it interesting that the yellow one is labeled as superior. If I recall correctly, there's a lesser gold incantation for the Dragon Blade. Yeah, but I think he's saying that because the idea would be if red incantations are the stronger lightning ones, it's interesting that, besides obviously Godwin's, Godwin the Golden makes a golden lightning that's super powerful or whatever, but it's interesting to note how one of the superior quote-unquote cult incantations is still a yellow incantation. Yeah, the game starts to hit hard once you reach the mountains. Right now, it just feels like it's just a lot of shit you have to kind of comb through if you want to do exploration and stuff and get all the little details. Oh, right. I just did the mental math of your build versus the caves boss. This will be interesting. Oh, God. I can't one-shot it? What?
Almost there.
Oh, well,
The
really?
flame of ruin lies just ahead.
Oh.
I'm glad it was you I travelled with. I
Thanks.
must tender my thanks to Torrent, too. Thank you, Torrent. Please continue to lend your aid. Till the end.
Nope, I'm mistaken. They look the same. It's just his is a black dog with black metal. Gotcha. So they are, like, copy-pasted. Do trees have souls since they have ghosts? I have a question. Well, listen, here's my thing. Melina's like a spirit or whatever, and she's sensing Marika's words, which makes me question if everything leaves a spiritual mark, and everything technically is a soul, like the ground as a soul or some shit. At the very least, I think you're right, John, that at the very least I think living things like trees and people have souls that can manifest spirits. Anything we want to do here before we move on? Maybe I can pop some runes and level up? I don't know. Let's move on. Let's see. Sacred Tear. I don't think I can use this, actually. Let me double check, though. Oh, no, I can. Okay. Okay. That was kind of shocking. So there's our cauldron. There's the cauldron. I finally caught a stream. Hello, Chaotic Nart. I don't recall you being in here before. If not, welcome on in. I'm glad you could join us. Another thing to remember is that Frenzy Flame dwells in Shibiri's eyes after they're gouged out. I'm trying to think. Is there an item for Shibari's eyes? I don't recall. I know there's the grape thing, which is like, okay, here's some, like, a bunch of different eyeballs and stuff from people who've been infected and things, but... You have to wonder, with all the big dogs up there, if this is supposed to be like their kids or whatever, right? But they only had, they don't want to make like a miniature model of these big boys and like have to refix like how their knockbacks and stuff work when they're so tiny. So they just like use the regular dogs here. Just food for thought. I've never noticed, but they use the generic statue of the witch woman. The magic lady with the book in her hand instead of the other ones. Interesting. I'm not going to pay too close attention to this because I assume it might be just random detail. They made a model, copy-pasted it, you know the drill. Just thought I would mention it. So we have a graveyard here, a tiny graveyard for 2 here, which again, this I'm not surprised because I feel like this church only exists because Marika spoke here. Because the only time we have instances of confirmation of Marika being, like, outside Lanedale proper, or outside the plateau at least, is here with the first Church of Marika. Presumably here with the second. I assume this was being, well, the church that was used when distributing out all the sap and stuff. Like, it's like, okay, it's not just something we're using here in the capital. It's also something we'll spread to the wider people, so she builds a church here and kind of uses like her, here we go, use as her base of operations, I assume. Then obviously we have like all the stuff with Liurnia and all that, and then we move on to the Southern Campaigns by Godfrey. And then we get, where is it? No, actually it's up here, that's right. Because Godfrey finishes the Southern Campaign and becomes tarnished. And then Marika speaks to him at the third church. So it seems like she goes out to visit him before he makes his return. And then basically leads him down here so they could do the long march. And they have it happen here at the Church of Pilgrimage with the Radigan statue. But based on the fact that there's the fourth Church of Marika, like right next door here, I imagine the idea is that this is the church. At the very least, she spoke here on this part of the continent, obviously. And then they built the church here as a result. Yeah, that would make sense, because then you also have the Weeping Everjail and stuff. So this seems the only time Marika's outside, so I imagine the idea is like, oh, the gods spoke here! She addressed the men. This is such a historic place. It's a site of pilgrimage we must make. But, like, nobody's coming here, because it's forbidden land. So it's just, like, 2 people that eventually will die and get buried, and this place gets reduced to rubble or whatever. And who knows who was still here to, like, bury them or whatever, like... Definitely not the best life you could be living. And then I have to question then, who are these for? Are these the people who captured Vike, maybe? Are these the people who died trying to capture the Tarnished? Possibly, I guess. Shibari's eyes were gouged out of punishment. After that, he went all frenzy flame. Ah, I see. So the idea being is that he had the frenzy flame even after having his eyes gouged out. I always assumed the big ones were wolves that mutated. Yeah, I was like open to the idea that they could be mutants up until someone planted the idea in my head that these might have been brought by the giants from Caelid. And the idea is that Caelid always had the giant dogs, they're native there. And then the giants brought some of them with them up here when they took over. And then obviously when the giants are all killed, Marika and Peeps take the dogs for their own. And use them as guard dogs, fittingly. Oh, wow. Hello? There we go. I guess it was just a restore one. Darn. Yeah, let's get our map and then we can come back here. Oh, look at that! More of these slugs. I was wondering where you guys were. This is scary. Especially when half your attacks go through. There we go. Yeah, that was a little spooky. Now where was I? Ah, yes. I've started wondering if smoldering butterflies are spawns of fire rather than attracted to fire. It makes me wonder. Because we know butterflies can spawn from, like, millennia, right? And we don't have a clear source for the other butterflies, other than the fact that they, at least thematically tie to Mikola. Same thing with, obviously, the fire ones and millennia. Sorry, Melina. What do you got? I see. I see. Do we see that symbol on the crux of that stake anywhere else? I keep wanting to call it a trident because it kind of has that thing, but it's clearly some kind of briar stake type of deal to impale. So, just looking out. Okay. Don't let me stop you. I guess they are supposed to be looking at the cauldron then. Yeah, they're not all perfectly aligned that way, but it makes sense. So then meditating. Oh, look at that. Oh no. Well, this is awkward. Oh, well. Well. I deserve that. The weather's blocking your view, but they're worshiping the big bowl. Yeah, I could see the bowl. It just didn't look like they were actually facing it, so I was like, oh, okay, they're just randomly looking at stuff. Okay, fine, whatever. But now they are looking at the bowl based on the corpses and stuff with the bowing reverence. I can't imagine anything but the cauldron that they're trying to stare at. And I want some toasted marshmallows. Oh, don't say that, Platty. I can't. You're gonna make me want some sweets. I can't do that right now. Oh. And we're up. It's crazy how many versions of heresy in this game is just blank flame. The destructive flame, the mad flame. There's just so many flames that are bad. Who would have thunk a game that revolves around a giant tree would consider fire bad? Impossible. I never would have expected this. Oh, I missed this. Well. Alrighty. We know the drill. We go straight for the runes, then the map.
I think I want to mention the fact there's so many more of these unused stakes here. Because for those that don't know, my argument is that Arganthe... Is that how you pronounce the name? I don't know. I have no idea if it's a real name or not. But Arganthe... Japanese is more like Argante, but they don't have TH, so I'm assuming it's Arganthe. The idea is that Arganthe seems to have worked closely with Marika in the Giant's execution as one of her officials, and so she was rewarded lordship over this castle and to become essentially the leader of the fire monks that were created. Well, nope. Nothing here. So the fact that we see more of these around the castle nearby is like, oh, okay, so she probably made more of these to, like, she made more than she would actually be using, right? But this was part of the mass production, and they'd be, like, brought over and used over there. It's like, hey, we ran out of giants to kill. Whoops. No, it is this way. I figured it'd be somewhere in this mess, but okay. Okay, sure, why not? Ah, I see. Who decided that this was the perfect place to put the map? What? You know, someone might need a map for this entire eastern side that can only be accessed. Or rather, needs to be accessed in order to reach here. Ay, ay, ay. God, this game in its skybox has been so good throughout. It really is weird how seamless this world feels, given how much it has to keep track of. Alright, I didn't see any other items among all this shit, so I think we can skip it and just go inside. Pardon me, sirs and madams. Bye-bye! Catch you later, suckers! Guardian's Garrison! Oh, I call it Watcher's Garrison in my analysis, don't I? Darn it, I got my translation mixed up with the official localization. Darn. Wait, there was no item on this? Just dogged? Dog eating random frozen body? That's not very nice. Oh. Oh. Ow, jeez. Man, they really weren't messing around. Giant's Flame, Black Flame, Blood Flame. Pick a different outer god. Grass types are weak to fire types, Ferric. Speaking of flame, the fire monks up here seem to have red hair as well. I wonder if they were selected for the coincidental hair color, or if being near the giant's flame or worshipping it starts making someone into a fire giant. I don't know if it makes you into a fire giant, but I wouldn't be surprised if it makes you have red hair over time. That I'm willing to believe, because presumably the giants didn't always have the red hair. Presumably it's a result of them, like, worshipping and being close to the flame and the fell god, right? I mean, that was always my assumption. Like, I don't imagine, like, it's like, oh, they just conveniently had really bright red hair. Again, maybe it's a coincidence, but I think with the way the point's being made about how it's only these fire giants that are characteristic of this bright red hair that makes Radigan be like, oh, no! And it's so specifically associated with them leads me to believe that it's probably having to do with the flame god. And I think that would make sense then why, yeah, like you say, all these guys would also have red hair, potentially. I think Arganthe has red hair too, right? I think Adolphus put that on the Discord. It's interesting that Spire spells revolve around faith, not arcane like bubble spells. Yeah, but it doesn't deal with any outer gods or anything like that. The bubble spells presumably do, because the idea is that bubbles the cosmos with the water and all that.
and the idea of oracles, and, well, again, it's the idea of a divine expression from God, a divine expression, right? So the idea is that if you're receiving an oracle, that's essentially the god sort of transmitting something to you, that's going to fall under the realm of the arcane, or, again, the mysteries, the secrets of gods. So it's like, oh, how's this done? Through the divine mysteries of our Lord. There we go. Alright, so this is a term, Guardian, I would translate as Watcher, like Abyss Watcher. But the idea is, like, you know, someone who watches, who monitors, something. In this case, the flame. I suppose these guys are supposed to be kind of like, either they're new recruits, or something to that effect. Yeah, they have the giant seal, interesting. Or... My thought was maybe they're guardians of the other Erd Tree we saw, and that they've been recruited by Arganthe. But I feel like... Well, you know, I guess they could have removed the tree parts, right? Like, they could be like, well, I guess we're going to give you a good snip. I suppose that could be possible. I guess it doesn't have to be like, no, they need the tree growths. Plus, it could just be a fact of, hey, well, this is the best we can do without compromising and getting away from the player models. Well, whatever the case. They die real easy. Huh? Oh, there's another one. Darn. I did not realize that they had poise. Yikes. How come the giant skulls are bigger than the giant's head? Is that an artistic thing? Probably. Yeah, as I've always said, size is one of those things where don't, like, prioritize making any lore stuff with it. Like, it's only going to confuse you if you try to take every size you see in these games, literally. They're much more done for effect than anything. Like, sometimes there'll be a lore thing where it'd be like, oh no, this character's a giant. Okay, so that's supposed to be that they're big. But when it comes to, like, the relative size between stuff or whatever, it's like, just don't think about it. I mean, like, how did all these giants, whatever their size or whatever, come up here, get all the way on here, and they don't grow to that big on their own? They're all happen to be about the same identical size with the same identical faces? Like, again, it's just... At a certain point, you just accept it. It's a video game. The idea is to understand what the developers are trying to convey, not what they actually convey, if that makes sense. You try to look at what they're trying to do with what limited resources they have, and then use a little imagination. And that's what we all debate with the lore for. Because drawing that line can be very difficult. Well, if you want to have that. Eh. The briars come from the Bloodstar, right? Yeah, I think for these criminals they do, at least. Dung Eater has red hair, too. Dung Eater. I don't know, maybe he's secretly a fire worshipper. These guardians at the Garrus have similar masks as the Erd Tree guardians. Yeah, I think they're just the exact same. I think they just take those masks and put them on them, yeah. Are their masks gold or unique silver? They looked gold when I was seeing them at the fire, but I have to double check. Anything else we want to do here? They got pruned. Some giants are bigger than other giants. Yeah, you know, that we, you know, sometimes nature just makes us bigger than others. Sometimes really bigger than others.
Isn't the size thing in these games because Miyazaki wants you to feel small and weak whenever you fight the bosses? Not necessarily. With bosses, probably. There's also just game design. It's just general good game design to make the enemy you're fighting larger than you, because it becomes difficult when, say, you have a camera like this, but you can't see what the enemy's doing because the camera has your player model blocking another player-sized model, right? So make the enemies bigger so you can always clearly see what their attacks they're telegraphing and stuff like that. It's just a subtle way to not have the camera get in the way, right? Because every player hates it when they die because they didn't see what the enemy was doing because of the camera. That's why people hate the really, really big enemies, because the camera's not designed for it. It just stays at this really close angle. So you just see, like, nothing happening. So the enemy could be doing some crazy attack, and you're not going to know. Unless you literally run away and look back then. It's like, okay, then I guess I better be a ranger. How do you get up? I'm not... Oh, there. That's a ladder, right? Yeah, okay. I was like, how are we supposed to get up here? By the way, Yeti trolls can cast fire magic. Good to know. I would not be surprised, given the fact that they've been up here with the Guardians. You have to note some of these things for you guys, chat, because I want to definitely include it in the document I've been compiling. Although, honestly, that doc is so long as it is, I don't know how I feel about making it even longer with the post-war stuff, especially. It's definitely one of those things where if I was doing this stuff for my website, I'd probably split up all these topics into their own thing, because they are big. That was way too early on my part. Oh, darn, and that was way too late. There we go. And now you're dead. Arganthy, was that you? Was that you at the corner of my eye? I saw a big name. I can't tell if it was a Flame Guardian or not. Oh, that was easy. Oh, there's my, Oh, cool. I got stuff for that. Alright, we're gonna go back and grab my runes before I forget. As I want to. There we go. Dung Eater Sword is implied to be made out of a dwarf, medical term fire giant that was murdered by someone, probably him. Whether or not he murdered him, that could explain the red hair if it's like the same shade as the fire giants. It's possible that being close to the fire giants alone might cause the red hair, which is interesting because it would go into the idea that the fell god's influence works in mysterious ways, as it were. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Still nothing? Nope. Still just bowing. Ah, there's our Granthy. How you doing, girl? So she only has the giant seal, so she doesn't have a proper weapon or anything. Just the shield. Interesting. Well, girl. Oh. Oh, you have dogs! You got me! I'll be honest, I was not expecting the dog ambush. Dung Eater's hair is more brown in my opinion, but he seems to tap into the sword's power for his Shriek of Milos ability, thereby reaching to the power. Huh. I wonder if you could scale it that way, though, yeah. Yeah, it might just be you have to be a user of fire magic and stuff for a long time, and that's what causes the your hair to turn red. You have to use the powers closer to the flame god. Yeah, maybe. Okay, I think I can actually avoid all the enemies
and like just like go straight for the boss. Quote unquote boss, more like mini boss, I guess, but you know what I mean. So let's see, we've got prostrating criminals, we got the Flame Guardians little details. You guys mentioned another thing earlier, I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah, here it is. The red hair, and there's one other thing, I think. Ah, maybe I'm misremembering. Whatever. I guess I can look back at the VOD just to confirm. I want to make sure I have all the stuff I want to note down once we're done here. Oh. Oh. Okay, yeah, so I should just run past them. Trying to, like, get him out of the way, I don't think it's gonna work. It's safer if I just go up, especially when they do shit like that. Thanks for making my job easier, bub. And the third one is over there. And then Arganthy's over here. So yeah, Arganthy's in that tower or something, right? So I hope the enemies stop aggroing. I hope they don't chase me all the way over here. Oh, I should have heard the dogs. I didn't even think of listening in. There we go. That's why you were so slow on the walk. Oh no! Whatever will I do? Oh! So that's how that works. Okay. I'll be honest, I'm really impressed with this enemy. These attacks, whoa. Hey Vens, I'm back. The video I was talking about earlier is done and released. Oh, that's great, Vens. If you dropped in the Discord, I'll be sure to check it out ASAP. Really cool to see, what you want to highlight for us. Who knows, might be stuff I can add to my theses. It's weird that they're given name tags and aren't treated as just regular enemies. I think it's because they use player models, right? So I think they're treated like regular player enemies. Like, what's her face? The Crystal Sage ripoff in the Karian Study Hall. I assume that's why. The problem is that unlike other instances where the enemy is like a unique person, this time it's just generic dude. Generic Flame Guardian, who for some reason doesn't dress like all the other Flame Guardians. There we go. So I could just kill you like that. Alright, let's worry about the dogs first. Ah! Oh. Thank you. I was hoping I could get a bleed proc off of her. Ouch. Nope. Darn. Miriam, yeah, that's the name, Night Scout. Hey, Adolphus, welcome in. Arganthi being a Murray is interesting. The unspoken world building. I don't know if she is I don't know if she's a Murray necessarily. Like I said, it's either she's a Murray or she's elevated in the same way like them. I.e., she was an official, and then she was because she was elevated for executions like the Murrays. She wears the same idea of, oh, I'll wear a black mantle to reflect how I'm a seedy worker, but I've been given lordship, right? And I become head of my one-person family, my one-person house in this tiny castle. Yeah, I'm leaning on the second option more. especially after we took out the factor variable of her being a consort, because all of them wear the consort trousers. So it's like, okay, whatever. You can't see it underneath the robe anyway. I don't know who got themselves killed, but okay, sure. Why is this dog so tough? Like, holy crap. Holy crap. Oh, you gave up. Okay. Woo. Holy hell! I'm actually having a lot of fun with this enemy. I actually really like this setup. Very interesting. It's weird that they're given name tags and aren't just treated as regular enemies. Arganthy being a Murray is interesting. The unspoken world building, that's a cool thing. Lore-friendly headcanon. By the way, have you seen the Sinclair lore video about the Glow-Eyed Queen? No, I have not. I have not watched it. C00 models don't 100% mean they have names, but if they're given a name ID, they will. Oh! Almost got myself killed and lost 100k. So what's a Murray doing all the way? Like I said, I don't think it's a Murray. It's, again, I think it's just a case of recontextualization. Hey, we have a character who's given lordship after all the giants were executed, with a bunch of the pillars around the castle that she has been given made lord over. Bunch of the stakes. America used those stakes to execute the giants. She wears a robe of the Murrays, which is just the official robe, which again is a robe used by government officials who do seedy, dirty work, including executions, like the Murray family. When the Murray family were elevated to lords over the Shaded Castle, they started wearing a black mantle on their official's robe. So that's how that stood out. Oh. Yeah, better to use my sorcery there, huh? I don't think anyone's coming, so that's good. Alright, let's try this. No dice, huh? How do you not take damage there? Oh, there goes my 100k. We're gonna have to farm. Darn. I'm glad you're having fun, Xavier. So am I, actually. That's the shocking part. I'm having a lot of fun dying here. All the name guards in the castle have metal masks, so perhaps it's not precisely a Murray thing. Yeah, I'm standing by. I don't think it's a Murray thing. I think it's just a case of, listen, as always, Miyazaki and company have limited resources, so they have to try to convey a lot of lore in with creative ways. Kind of like how they reskinned a bunch of the same generic clothing, and they're like, okay, we'll give it a new lore text, so it's completely different, right? Everyone likes wearing the same identical robe, except a different color to denote their status. Sure. But anyway, the point is that, yeah, I don't think it's, I don't think the masks these guys wear have anything to do with the Murray. Whatsoever. No. Yeah. Carrion Slicer, faster than you. Oh, I could just jump through them, period. It doesn't seem to affect me. Okay, that's cool. We'll do that next time, then. I always thought jumps would be impeded by weapons and stuff, but I guess not. Okay. So far, my most effective attack has been this. Oh. There we go. It's the boring way to do it, but it's effective. One-eyed shield. It's so weird finding corpses you can't loot. Like, obviously we have, like, mass bodies, piles and stuff like that, but when it's, like, an individual corpse, like, this is just one of those things where I'm so habituated to being like, oh, there's an item I should loot from this. Ah, Miyazaki has broken me. RIP 100k. We can farm it in, Mogwin Palace real quick. Let's see. You guys have said a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, I always assumed the Black Mantle was something of Marae's signature. We do see the generic blue robe worn by Giza and the portrait of Rykar. Now, again, Adolphus, I agree with you. It probably is the idea that, again, most people just wear the official robes. Marae was the ones who put on the Black Mantle specifically to elevate themselves, but the idea is that Miyazaki and company are saying, okay, same thing happened here. You have a official who did CD work, specifically execution stuff, so just like it happened here with the Marae, you're seeing the same thing happen here with the Gardthi. She did really good by Marika, working out all these giant pillar stuff, helping her facilitate all those mass impalements. And so it's like, okay, I'm gonna let you be the lord of this land. Now, as I said earlier, I was in an earlier draft of my writings, at least entertaining the idea of maybe a Marae thing, because of the consort connection. Okay, maybe she was a consort, and because, like, the Marae people die or whatever, she might felt that her prospects were limited, and then she comes over here. But I feel that's too complicated and doesn't quite, the logic isn't, like, quite solid enough for that. And then when Adolphus pointed out the fact that, oh, they all have the consort trouser, I'm like, okay, then I can just, like, ditch this and go back to my original idea. Much better. I hear this, but I don't see it. Oh, you know, it's that one that's hanging whenever we're coming around, isn't it? Well, whatever. So you got a bunch of these guys bowing in reverence to the giant cauldron. Feels like I'm playing Odin Sphere. Oh, you meant the other video. Yeah, sorry, sorry, Xavier. I'll make sure. I'll have to check out what Sin and Sophie think on that. Was the war with the Fire Giants the first or last unification wars Marika and Godfrey fought in the lands between, minus Liurnia, of course? Okay, when I use the term unification wars, I don't refer to the lands between, I refer to the plateau. So just kind of so we're clear on terminology and stuff. So, like, in my, again, I have, like, 15 pages on, like, the first 4 bullet points of that timeline I posted on Twitter a while back. And, part of that is explaining the unification of the plateau, which came first. Then the Fire Giants. That was obvious, because obviously, like, this is a problem I had with Smotown's video on Godfrey, was that there was a lot of, like, kind of muddled around on, oh, like, there's the fights happening here, but, like, there's stuff happening in Stormvale. It's like, wait, what? Like, you're saying that Godfrey's going, like, back and forth from his plateau to this irrelevant frontier land? Why? Like, why would he be doing this? And also, the timeline just doesn't match up. Because when Marika does the banishing of the Banished Knights here, she still just considers the order basically the plateau, and that's it. She's like, hey, you're going off to a place outside of our order, to the frontier. It's like, okay. So yeah, the idea is that you have all the Banished, so you have Banished Knights here in Wyndham. Oh no, where's Wyndham? There we go. Wyndham, okay, no, these are the, so you have the Lux, the Wyndham, you have the Morn Heroes, tribe here, buried. You have the Oriza, which is what I argue is, Godfrey's tribe. They were the Oriza originally, and this is, like, the last remnants of their culture from after taking over this area and stuff. This is their burial place. And then Langdale, the kingdom was established, Langdale was built, and obviously you have the catacombs underground after that, so, anyway.
So you have Yoriza, the Lux, the Wyndham, the whatever the tribe was with the Morn hero were called, Dominula and stuff. Again, not sure exactly if they were involved in any battles or anything. Maybe, possibly. There is a lookout tower here at least, so that might be at least worth looking into. But basically, you had all of this to unify the plateau. You banish the banished knights to the frontier. Again, notice how they skip over Limgrave to go straight to... they skip over Liurnia to go to Limgrave. Because at this juncture, America's concern and military capacity was not being like, okay, guys, we are getting our kingdom, our newly forged kingdom over this plateau, making sure we secure hegemony. Let's quickly try to capture a landmass twice that size now. Like, yeah, no, that's not happening at this juncture. Her concern is going to be big bad fire boys who at any moment could burn down their tree. So her kingdom exists at their discretion. So it's like, well, America doesn't want that. So they deal with the fire giants next. And then things are good for a while. It's just the age of plenty. You have the penal colony down here in Stormvale to help kind of secure their southern front. Because again, they skip Liurnia territory because they don't want to get into a little territorial scuffle with the Liurnians. So instead of getting into that with the Academy, they start building up Stormvale and stuff. Like they have the chapel here, Crucible era, all that. Then the Glowmite Queen incident happens, and then the end of the Crucible and the Age of Plenty, and the Omen Curse, and blah, 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 blah. And then that's when Marika starts researching her orders. Now she wants to go after Liurnia because she wants all that knowledge. So we get the 2 Liurnian wars. Then she marries, what's-her-face? She. You know, Radigan marries Renala. And then Radigan's off getting the knowledge for Marika anyway, so Marika can focus on doing her own stuff here. Then the Ancient Dragons attack. As a result of the Ancient Dragons attack, all the dragon worshippers in Stormvale rebel, it seems. And then Stormvale gets finished as its own castle by the Banished Knights. They start building other places like Morn, Height, Fort Gale, Fort Pharos. Where else? Probably the Kalem ruins, based on some of the stuff we find there. Obviously, you have the church and the cathedral that are also built. And then, of course, Redmane Castle, I also suspect was built during this period. And then all of that's done, so they have all control of these southern areas that they secure by themselves, probably expecting that at some point they're might have to get into a fight. Then Godfrey deals with the Farum Azula and the Ancient Dragons. Oh, here's Farum Azula. I was wondering when we were going to get a map for that. Okay, so Farum Azula is here, right? Or whatever. So wherever it was originally, when the Ancient Dragon War was happening, Godfrey goes there, he invades. Godwyn stays behind, he fights Fortisax or whatever while holding down the fort after the Grand Sax attack. Then Godfrey, after finishing the Ancient Dragon War, perhaps defeating Placidusax. Then he heads south, because now he's got all these rebels that have entrenched themselves in the south, and this basically becomes the rest of his reign. He takes over Stormvale after defeating the Stormlord, the Old Hawk. And then once the old Stormhawk King is defeated, he builds this little rotunda here that's creates a throne room, uses it as his base of operation, proceeds to move on to south, goes to Morn Castle, captures Morn Castle, but then Morn Castle's under siege by the hero of Morn because, hey, what better time to strike and get your revenge for him killing your tribe all the way at the beginning of this timeline than when he's literally at the farthest point possible away from his capital and all of his stuff, and he's just won a battle. His troops and stuff are exhausted or whatever, and they're caught in this corner. So unless they make some boats and sail away, they're trapped. They have to go through the hero. So again, you can kind of see how the hero's logic is like, okay, I just got to stand by this entrance, and eventually he'll have to come out and face me, the coward. And then obviously we know how that ended up. Morn Hero gets defeated. Then finally comes the eastern part of this campaign. Probably Fort Height was captured around this point. So it's like, okay, now he's going east. So it's like, okay, let's head quickly down here and capture Fort Height. Then we'll move back up. Again, recall that Church America gets built here because America decides to meet him up here. So probably when he's leaving, maybe going to Fort Height as a stop or whatever when he leaves. Anyway, point is, then he goes to Caelid. Caelid's the last land of his battles, right? So we see Caelid starts getting captured and stuff. Like I said, where is it? Caelid, the Kylum. Actually, I think it's Kelum ruins. Anyway, basically these ruins, this city or whatever gets captured or whatever. They have the Colosseum built or whatever while he's campaigning. Again, this when he took over Stormvale, something similar happened here. Eventually, he captures all these forts.
and eventually gets to Redmane or whatever. And by the time all these battles here at these forts and cathedrals that are being pillaged and stuff, once all that is done, he becomes tarnished, he leaves, he meets with Marika. Marika tells him, well, you gotta go march. Okay, so we come down here, we all start setting sail. That one ancient hero of Zamor was like, no, I want to go back to my people. And Marika's like, no, Radigan sealing you, throwing you in ever jail. Fuck you. Yeah, and there's the reign of Godfrey in like 5 minutes. Probably closer to 10 knowing me, but sorry. By the way, in case you didn't know, use the Haley Tree Medallion on the rolled lift. Gotcha, Xavier. Whenever I pick that up, I'll make sure to do that. Yeah, that's the video I had seen and why I asked Elle. Yeah, I disagree with Smotown on his... Because the thing with Smotown, and this is something I pointed out to him when I sent him, like, a summary document giving my thoughts on his video. He didn't include in his timeline factors Marika's dialogue here. And it's very clear, especially in the Japanese language, that this is her referring to the banished knights being sent to Limgrave. She uses the term frontier. For those that don't know, frontier is used in relation to Limgrave. Like, I think Oleg or Engval, it's mentioned they're a hero of the frontier. This Fringe Folk hero's grave is, again, a frontier hero graves. So it's like, okay, these are graves to the heroes of the frontier, blah, blah, blah. Murkwater Catacombs, I think, is where Engval or Oleg or whoever gets buried, though. There's a lot to use to, like, side stream and stuff. It has to do with the term flow or stream used in relation to the banished knights and the exile soldiers, again, to be punished by flowing or, you know, kind of being streaming out, right? So the idea is like, okay, when we exile you, you flow out of our society, right? And you have stuff like Marika's talked about how they're a side stream because it's different from the upper or lower classes. For those that don't know, the term for upper class used in the upper class robes more literally means upstream. Because again, an upper flow. And the idea being is that this upflow is different, and the lower classes would be a downflow or downstream, right? And the idea is that, okay, you're not part of this mainstream that's upstream or downstream. You're not part of this hierarchy. You're choosing to become a side stream. You have no power. You're irrelevant. You're a penal colony. All that. And then, anything else in that dialogue worth mentioning? Well, there's just stuff about her talking about the order, and she makes it basically clear that basically the order is confined to the plateau at this juncture when she's saying these words, which again makes sense for the context. And as we can see, there was a peaceful passage through Liurnia, so probably at this point relations with Liurnia was established, which is kind of important because we were talking about this on Discord, I think, last week. The idea that Morgott seems to know what Carian knights were, possibly when he was young, because his other 3 weapons all seem to all fit with him being young when he's learning all this old Crucible magic and shit. So, quite likely that there was a Carian delegation with those, you know, magic knights visiting, and so he saw one of their swords then. Which would make sense then, considering that Liurnia would have to have given their approval to allow all these soldiers, slaves or not, they may be stripped of their equipment at this point, but even then, like, you're having a huge mass migration of people going through your territory. You're going to want to establish diplomatic relations with the new kingdom that established hegemony over the plateau. Anyway, that's enough talking about the politics and all that. Let's get back to the game. Sorry, guys. You get me started, and then I go crazy. Yes, I'm blaming all of you. I'm not the problem. Oh, yeah. Oh. Where do we want to go from here? Again, since I mentioned a few times, I do recommend you people join my Discord. I might even add a new community message in case those that don't want to scroll through to find the old Discord link somewhere there. But, yeah. Feel free to join. I am posting some of this Elden Ring content I'm talking about up on there for people to read. Considering that I'm kind of 15 pages in deep at this point, might as well keep on going with it. Yeah, we're not doing any of this today, chat. This is not happening. Yeah, no. I feel like we're going to do a special stream just for this river and lake stuff. So we'll do like that and maybe this. Is there anything up here we want? Oh yeah, we want to do the Heretics Rise, so... yeah. We'll do that. Where does this go? I guess this has to be Consecrated Snowfield, huh? Okay, gotcha. We got the ruins here. We don't need this. I can remove that. Yeah, I guess it's just the tower. 15 pages was worth this. Adolphus, you were reading the section at least, I think.
I gotta read that still. Oh, it's still incomplete, guys, so, like, don't feel like you need to rush to read it or whatever. Like, it's just in case you guys want more Elden Ring lore. I'm putting out my thoughts of where I'm at now. And like I said, over this stream alone, you guys have given me a bunch of small details where it's like, ooh, I can add that. Let me remember that. I gotta note a lot of that stuff down. Like, that's really important stuff where it's like, ooh, I should keep that in mind. Now, I don't know if I'll mention the red hair thing. I might save that for, like, a giant thing if I ever get around to that. But, like, the other stuff, yeah, definitely is probably going to be added. Very own Nox, or literally translate, my name is Night and I fear something. Yeah, it is funny how the localization was like, by the guidance of fire, may fire guide you. May you have the guidance of flame. Like, you could have done that so many ways, and they're like, no, Latin. But may you have the guidance of fire? No, Latin. But it's I fear the night. But it's bad Latin, so it doesn't actually grammatically make sense. Oh, yeah. Localization, man. I swear, they really think they're Shakespeare. I swear, I'm not going to look forward to going through this river section in the future. Alright, time to figure it out, chat. Where do I go from here? Oh! Down is clearly the answer. Did you pick up the first half of the Halig Tree medallion at the Alban Orc village? Oh, the Halig Tree, sorry. Halig Tree. I think I picked it up. You get that from Albus, right? I think we met and killed him, right? I vaguely recall that. Might have been on my Confessor, though. No, I think we did, because we're doing the Lieutenant quest, at least. And I think you have to talk to Albus before he'll let you do that? I'm Shakespeare, for real, for real. It's even more hilarious because the localization basically dropped it after Dark Souls 1. I don't think the phrase ever comes up in Dark Souls 2, but in Dark Souls 3, like, you have, like, the Firekeeper and stuff, and none of them even bother with the Verrier Nox shit. I guess in the English version, they canonically decided that Verrier Nox is... What? Ah, I see. The skulls are all procedurally generated. I understand now. That explains so much. Hello? Oh. There we go. Alright, so where should... I wonder. Alright, so this is a dead end. This is meant to trick you. Let's go back here. Oh. Nope, that's death. Wait. No, it's not death. Okay, no, that's death. Is this just part of the main route still? No, this is still part of the main route. Darn. No, I think that went all the way down. Darn it. Ah! Albus, right? Also, you killed him? Or he dies. I forget how it works. I think he either dies on his own or you have to kill him to get the medallion, right? Something like that. I remember dispelling his thing, but again, I can't remember if that's my Confessor playthrough or not, which I haven't touched in forever. I joined the Discord time to stay up for the next 8 hours reading this poor scholar's mad ramblings. No problem. Yeah, just find it in Loki latest. Then you should have both halves since you did Castle Soul. Let's double check that then. Looks like I do. Yeah, this is Halig Tree. God, I can't really get a clear look at what these are portraying. I guess the idea is priest to Mikola, right? And then the Halig Tree with like the what's it called? The brace or whatever. Also, did you also make mention of the wood folk, by the way? I don't know how or if there's any more, but they've populated what's probably the only forest in Altus. Isn't like Altus like mostly like trees though? The wood folk, I haven't talked about the wood folk yet in that doc, no, no, Adolphus. The wood folk would be something I'd say for the next section on the Age of Plenty, because that seems to be when their village was created during that period. It's possible that the village was created afterwards during the end of the Age of Plenty when the minor Erd trees show up, because it's founded right next to a minor Erd tree and it has the icon shield, which is like, you know, remembering the past. So yeah, actually, yeah, I think it's probably not Age of Plenty. It's probably after Age of Plenty. God, I don't know where I want to throw these then. Nope, that's not going to work. But I don't know what else to do. How else am I going to find this? Oh, no. Okay, let's try this. Nope. 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 How am I gonna do this, chat? I wish there was a way you could, like, paint the floor now. I guess we're gonna have to do this the other way, chat, because I'm not having much luck with the, throwing daggers. So let's try it with rainbow stones. I might have to make more of these, though. Yeah, so that's safe. Yeah, that's death. Oh, that's death. God, there's death everywhere. Stars of Ruin on the ground. Ooh, I'll try that. Thanks, Night Scout. We'll see how that works. Where were you? Where you were, there was a little fog a little bit above your head to your left. Is that so? Loki, look up to your left and look for a little bluish-white clouds. I'm trying to find the fog, but I don't see it that well. And I don't know if it's because I'm colorblind or if it's because it's daytime. I feel like it's one of those things where... Actually, let's try it. Actually, no, let's not do this during... I'm already having enough trouble. Might make things even worse. Ah, I keep going the wrong way. It's this way. Stupid snakes. You helped me with a boss. Did I, Wanted Ace? Also, welcome on in. Great to have you. Thanks for joining. I don't know how I helped you with the boss, but I'm glad I did. Question mark? God, there's death everywhere. You gotta look carefully. Yeah, because I can see it on the main route, but it's like, okay, when you see it, like, outside of that. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. I didn't want that stuff anyway. It's definitely hard to see because it's practically white on white. Yeah, which is why I'm wondering if at nighttime it's easier, because nighttime will, like, make everything else darker, but, like, nearby, if I use a torch, maybe it'll brighten things up. We'll try that now, since I just died anyway. Let's make it nighttime. I hope I don't get randomly attacked by a death bird or some shit. It might be it's literally impossible for you to see it. I think it's meant to be a question. Let's see. Where are we going from here? At least my runes are easy to spot. Nah, it's still hard to see, I think. Alright, so see fog there. It has to be on my left, right? Because it has to lead up to there somehow. I'm not seeing it. It'd be so nice if I could see it from, like, back here, or the parts higher up. But I don't. Okay, I see the fog here. See the fog here. Nope. Darn. Oh, you mean you can help me with boss? No, no problem on today. So I'm not going against a boss I'm really concerned about. Not with my one-shot every boss build. Also, I don't think we'll be fighting another boss before I die here. Yeah, I don't think the nighttime is helping at all. The torch also doesn't light up the fog, which makes me sad. No volumetric lighting when it comes to fog effects. Time to shoot the ground. Yep, we're gonna try the Stars of Ruin thing Adolphus... Not Adolphus, sorry, Night Scout mentioned. Alright, so we'll go here. So let's see, when it hits ground... Okay, that's how that looks. Oh! I see the fog! I see the fog here. Okay. Okay, I see the fog. I see the fog. I see the fog. Okay, okay, once I... Again, thanks, Night Scout. Thanks, everybody. Really great. Really, really great. So the problem was that I just need to feel my way around to finding the first step, and then I can find the rest. Holy... Oh, you guys are here, that's why. I was like, who the hell? Oh, there's items here. You didn't hear that? Okay, buddy. Sure. Whatever you say. Yeah, look, there's the lady with the book. That's what I was talking about earlier. Hello there. Hello there, sir. Another tower portrait. Inclusion of the statue is interesting. Makes you wonder if that has to do with the academy, then. What's this one called? Heretic's Rise? The Heretic Sorcerer? The Heretical Sorcerer's Tower, then, I imagine? Okay. That was hard to see. Yeah, it was really hard to see until I got onto the first step. Then it all kind of just appeared. So it's just like, it was just the first step I was struggling with. The rest of it, then it became like, oh, okay, I can just follow like this chain of fog here. Oh. Founding Reign of Stars. Ah, that's why he's a heretic. Because he's looking into the primeval current, which brought about all that. That makes sense. Where is it? Because this was the... Yeah, this is the spell where they first brought down all that magic to the lands between. Primeval flow sorcery, summons a dark cloud of the stars. For those wondering, a cloud of stars, or is the Japanese for nebula. So it's basically saying you're summoning a dark nebula. Then it has the whole downpour. Again, notice how there's a super huge association between water, rain, falling, streams, rivers, all that, and the cosmos, and of course the primeval current, which again is just for those that don't know, the term primeval current, as the localization puts it, is in the Japanese just means like a source flow, the source of the flow. And as we talked about earlier, the idea of flow is used for terms like upstream, downstream, side stream, all that, because the idea of a source flow, a source stream, you could say, is that this original stream is the headwaters of a river, right? Like it's the source of the river itself. So the idea is that the primeval current is where all else in the magical fields flows from. Alright, where's that item? We have to go around manually, it seems. That's fine.
Oh, that was accidental. Sorry, sir. I ruined your ambush. An old fang? Seriously? So we got this covered, we got that covered. We got this fortress covered, basically. We just have this snowy lake river thing to handle. If I recall correctly, Theodorix is like down here, right? He's at the base of the waterfall. Giant's mountaintops. Again, we'll do all this that time. So I guess let's get started on Spirit Caller, and then we'll call it. Let's see how bad this shit really is. I'm ready to cry. Regarding Sacred Tears, Healing Flask, and Crystal Tears, does the Japanese script specify if they're made of dew, a sort of fruit sap, or resin leaking from the earth tree? I can't recall if they specify exactly, but if you're wondering, the term tear being used is just the term drop. So a silver tear is a drop. What's the Albinoric weapon say? It talks, I think, like a drop of dew or whatever. That's just saying a drop. Like, a lot of terms for drop is being used, and sometimes the localization calls it drop, sometimes they call it tier, sometimes they call it something, right? Like, but yeah, it's all the same thing, Night Scout. Yes, the millionth old fang. Truly, I am learning the greatest of lore from finding this 5 of these fangs on a corpse. This, oh no! As soon as I was like, oh no, I'm gonna fall! Oh no. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Oh, I'm gonna hate this area. I can already tell. Lol, imagine being a heretic. Hey, have I done the standard run in any of these games so far on stream? Like, have I, like, Dark Souls 3, I did, like, the most, like, worst selfish ending. Demon Souls, same thing. I haven't finished my Dark Souls 1 lore play, which hopefully we'll get back to this week, because I really need to do that. Dark Souls 2, well, fuck that, I'm not playing it as much as I can. If I don't have to play it, I won't. Not until I can get free cam. And then, yeah, Elden Ring, I don't know what ending I'm gonna do. But I don't know, I feel like I might go for a heretical ending. I'm kind of feeling Fia. I'm kind of feeling going full on Deathblight. Let's just do this. Oh, never mind. Alright, so that way I can focus on this. Alright, where is it? There you are. That was satisfying. I just wanted to see them all die. Oh. Nope. I am just a harmless fly buzzing through your cave. There is no need to be so aggressive. I come in peace. Okay, this is back to the area we were at, right? Oh no, this is its own thing still. Okay. Golden room. Alright, this has to be it, right? Oh no. How do I get back up? Oh no, you could skip so much doing all this shit. Oh, that's where you are, aren't you? Oh, that's where you are. Okay, I thought you were a wolf. You're not the wolf. The wolf's in there. Gotcha. Darn. Woo! That was close. Alright, this has to be the entrance. Yay! Well, back down I go. Woo! Wee! Wee! Wee!
Alright, finish the Claire's video. They mentioned this cave, if I recall. Let's see. The large brown mark on the tree seen from Langdell reminds me a bit of sap and resin farming trees, too. Ooh.
I'll have to take a closer look at that then at some point. Again, remember, guys, we have to also talk to the two fingers, like Night Scout mentioned. I have not done that yet. I have not talked to the finger reader or the two fingers. I see. I don't know who you are. I didn't read your name fast enough. Sorry, buddy. I hope you weren't someone important. Yeah, there's nothing else up here. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Alright. So far, we're good. Ah, I see you died. Who? How? Did they turn around like last second when I was crossing? Damn. Curses, and I thought I had that. I did Age of Stars for that sweet, sweet great sword. Ah, so that's how you get the great sword. Because it's mentioning how she gives it to her consort, so I'm like, do you finish the quest and she gives that or something? No, okay, so it's you literally finish her. You start on her quest with her, and that's when she decides to give it. Gotcha, gotcha.
Speaking of the Erd tree, though, is the tree itself still alive? Because it kind of looks like the phantom trees you get golden seeds from, as opposed to a minor Erd tree, which is brown bar.
It seems that the phantom tree is like when it's like really tiny or whatever, and then it turns into the full trees. We see that stuff with like America's research tree that she's allowed to grow, plus the minor Erd trees, as you mentioned, turn solid. But if you want... Though, honestly, one... Oh. Darn it. I went to the wrong weapon. I feel humiliated. How could I do this? No. No. Oh, well. Oh, yay. Also, for whoever said that this place was going to be stupid, that this place was going to be hell, it's awful, it's that dungeon, yep, you're right. And so much more. God, this is awful. I don't even want to imagine what the boss is. It's going to be like 3 spirit callers, and they all summon, like, I don't know, Erd Tree avatars or some shit. Alright. There we go. Alright, there's no way they spy me now. I don't know if I can sneak on this guy, though, so... Yeah, I don't think I can sneak on this guy. There's the other snail. Let's make sure I have a clear line of sight here. Alright, I should have the range for this. Oh, only one charge attack did it. Nice. But this guy's still here. Wait. But this guy's still here. Where's the last one? Oh, don't tell me it's down the it's down in the chasm, isn't it? Oh, no. Invigorating white cured meat! Alright, I gotcha, I gotcha. I'll go down here. I'll go kill the other guy, please. Where's the stupid snail? Where's the stupid snail? Oh, of course.
It's a normal tree with a gold coating. There's a point in the game Loki hasn't reached yet where their tree can be observed intact with brown bar. Good to know. I just run through it a lot and not bother with the enemies.
Yeah, I'm doing this only because I want to be able to explore and make sure I get all the items. I would not do this otherwise. I would just run straight to the boss. Which, again, I have the feeling this boss is going to be as hellish as this guy. Oh my god, why are you...
Why are you putting the lantern on, you freaking dumbass? I gave you a hint what the boss was earlier.
Yes, I know you said... I know you or someone said that, they did some calculations, so... I'm sure it's gonna be quite the fun boy. Oh. I whiffed. God, I hate you.
Yeah, you have to put a ring on Ronnie's finger to get the fight big sword. Oh, isn't it that's before the last cutscene, though? Okay, I thought you were talking about, like, it's a new game plus, like, oh, you get it at the end of the game. But no, okay, so you do get it, but when you finish her quest proper, not when she's, get her ending, as it were. Because I'm talking about getting endings, and I'm thinking of doing Fia's. Because, I don't know. What can I say? I like getting hugged. I've died 3 times now to this for varying reasons. Oh no, not this cave. Fear of the old sail. No, I mentioned a video that was a hint. Oh no! What? Oh no! No, 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 no! It's not what I'm thinking. No, no! Ah, please! I've had enough of that fight. Again, this is just to make sure. Yes, do not be suspicious. Alright, so the question is, where's that stupid last snail? Or is the snail in the boss fight, and these guys won't be killed until the boss fight is done? Because if so, well, fuck this. Shit. You did not see anything, sirs. How did I one-shot him the last time? Like, what? Huh? Is he, like, invisible or in the trees or some shit? I know I killed the 2. Whatever. If it summons special spirit caller juice... Actually, where is this? Interesting. wonder if that's because of the snails. It's like one of their byproducts, kind of like the slugs in Demon Souls. Or if this is why the snails come here. Well, either way, we're out of here. Well, but this is who I think it is. Let's hope I can kill him. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Damn it. Okay, so that did some weird shit. Where, like, he attacked me through that at some point. I can't tell which that was. But the second attack I can definitely do if I don't re-lock onto him like that. Okay, so we can run through the enemies now. Actually, no, I can't run through the enemies. Because I need to... Okay, you know what? We're going to run through the enemies and hopefully we'll kill them quickly. Alright, the hope is that they won't get in the way while we're doing the setup. Ah, fuck. Damn it. Alright, so here's the good news. The good news is I can, in fact, kill him if I dodge all his attacks while using the magic circle for cover. So I can make sure I can out DPS him. That is possible. God, what an awful boss fight, though. All this to get a stupid snail killed. His health bar also goes down and shit, so it's clear that the boss is beating these enemies. I assume the idea is that the snail isn't just invisible, it's like invulnerable, right? It's super hidden. And therefore we have to kill the bosses before we can actually get through all this. Which again, barf. Yeah, we want to do Terra Magica. That's embarrassing. All right. Anything else? I can't imagine that's it. Yeah, there we go. Of course they do the noble too. Damn! Yeah, I was like, wait a second, I'm too close. Whoop. Damn, fuck. Okay, so it is doable. I have to be prepared for the noble, though. I have to be prepared for the noble and try to, like, as soon as possible get my Common Azure off. Because I imagine it's not going to be, like, Apostle, Noble, Apostle or some shit. Or double Nobles or double Apostle and Noble after this. Because, like, there's no way they made it this easy. You just fight the one Apostle and that's it. No, no way. No, no way. That would not get people freaked out the way they are. Of course they do it one after the other, so it's 2 boss fights, you... Ah, I saw that coming.
Still, my strategy with Terra Magica was pretty good. It was Terra Magica, do my full moon, and then proceed to use the Stars of Ruin. I might remove all my melee stuff for this now. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, that's not good. That's good, though. Ah, dang it. This is the problem with not having infinite mana. Oh! Why won't he... Okay, now he does phase 2. Okay. That was so weird. I was thinking he was going to just go into phase 2 at that point, but no, he didn't. Okay. It's just that the Godskins are here as spirits. That's why this cave was mentioned in their video. Yeah, presumably the idea is that these two guys, I guess, were hiding out here, and then they got killed by the spirit collar snails, question mark? And ended up becoming their bitches. Like, that would be the assumption I'd have, but oh gosh. What a terrible boss fight. I don't think we're gonna be, if this boss fight takes this long, I don't think we're gonna be able to do Finger Reader with 2 fingers after this. I'm just saying. It's looking mighty unlikely. I might want to just end. There we go. Alright, just reapply. Dang it! Damn, I messed up. Because I didn't expect him doing the Black Flame right away. Frick. I got that started before, too. I have to start it, like, as soon before he even spawns in and do the lock on at the last second to make sure that it tracks him. It won't take that long, Loki. Yeah, but here's the thing, Night Scout. By the time I'm done with this boss fight, I'm not going to want to play this game for the rest of the day. I'm just going to want to end it there. We're already going a little long because of this fight. And me wanting to try to beat it still. Again, I gotta remove the spells if I die again, so that way I can not be, like, shifting through as many. I can just focus on my strat. You've been blue balling Night Scout for a few streams. I know, it's so unintentional, though. It's just like, I'm always doing other shit, and then I get reminded, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I should do that. But then I always either forget, or we're gone on too long, and just like, no, we'll do it next time. This is bad. Honestly, not as bad as I thought it would be. Ah! I keep making that stupid mistake and I forget how many runs I have. You know what? Forget HP, I need more mind. Alright, so Terra Magica. This is not gonna work, huh? Oh, maybe? No. Dang it, no. I was too slow on the uptake. I messed that up. Alright, let's get rid of all the spells that are slowing me down. Then maybe talk to the 2 fingers first. But then after that, I then have to go back to the fight, and that drags it on longer. Night Scout. I'm already past my time limit. I understand. You really want me to do that. Don't worry. I will get to it eventually. It's a big game, but we'll see how much longer this fight takes before I go crazy.
Let's do... Yeah, this should do it. Now, let's do it in the exact order I want it. So we want to do... This will be my default. Terra Magica. Let's get this done as quickly as possible because we're already wasting time. Stars of Ruin. There we go. Alright, that'll be it. Alright, I die in one shot, so it doesn't matter actually what my Crimson Tears are. Come on, this is the run. I can feel it. We can do this, and then we can be done, and we can go talk to Enya, or whatever her name is. Come on. Come on. There we go. Again, I always make that mistake. I keep forgetting. Alright, well, that worked. Alright, so reapply. Perfect! Oh! Damn! Damn it! Ah, so close! Ah, that was almost the run, chat. Oh, that was so close! Ah! Maybe use only Stars of Ruin? No, John, as we can see, doing, at least starting out with Common Azure was the play. The problem with the Godskin Noble is he doing that stupid inflatable attack. If he doesn't do that, if his AI just doesn't do that one attack every time he goes into phase 2, we're good. I don't know if he's hard-coded or not to do it automatically. Because if so, god darn, I don't know if I have the DPS then. Unless I'm using an inferior damage for magic on my flask. But that was like, darn. Oh, you... Fuck you. Fuck you. Of course, the one time you don't do the charge. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's them doing seppuku, I'm pretty sure. Seppuku! Yeah, the swordsmen stab themselves. Seppuku! Harakiri. Just, you know, just a little stab through the gut, get some blood on it. No biggie. I mean, don't you casually stab yourself in the gut when you want to buff yourself in a battle? I mean, we're all pansies nowadays, but back then, they used to just stab themselves in the gut casually before every fight. Also, of all the times he doesn't do seppuku first. Ah. Oh, of course. Why are you... Why? Just... I hate you. Alright, you know what we have to do. What? Okay, just kill me. I swear my runs are now cursed. What is with these ads? Why are they doing shit they don't do? I think you need to dodge into him rolling towards you. Yeah, the problem is his hitbox is so big, I'm scared to risk it, but yeah, I might have to dodge into him. The noble roll's move is generally only avoidable if he's sprinting away in a tight circle, then he can move, or dodge rolling through him for iframes. Yeah, I don't know if I can dodge roll him for iframes, because that's really tight. He's a really big, beefy man. That is yikes. So I guess I just have to hope he doesn't do that attack when we get into phase 2, and I can do it. Or if he does do the attack,
I'm able to at least dodge it long enough to get to my Stars of Ruin and get a few of those off in the middle of the fight. Alright, wolf. Big wolf blocking the entrance. And you know, this is the moment where I'm like, this is just stupid. They actually put a wolf in the middle of the entrance. Oh my god. I hate this. Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay. Damn it, he interrupted. Okay, that's fine, actually. Actually, you know what? That's actually kind of cool, because we can... What we're gonna do... Dang it. Damn it. First, damn it. I messed up. I did the Crimson Flask instead of Cerulean. That was my screw up. If I did the Cerulean Flask, I would not have wasted time, and I would have got an extra hit off earlier, and then I could have been able to just, like, stream it. Just streamline the damage, and then probably kill him before he got to me. But that was pretty damn good, all things considered. So yeah, Common Azure, get his health really low, then use Stars of Ruin to finish it off if he tries to interrupt in any way. Oh my god, stop it. Alright. Ah! That was close. Alright. Damn it. Damn! Woo! That was close. Yes, keep on doing that. Damn it! Ah! So close! I was too risky there. I should have gone for the Crimson Tear instead. I was like, no, I can do it. Damn, there's the snail. Ah! Catches. No, Platty, no! Catches me through the floodgates, please. No, come on. God, I'm tired of this. Let's just beat this guy already. Come on, die. That was pretty clean, though, otherwise. If I didn't make that one last mistake at the end, I would have probably had that fight. Blinding casting Common Azure, though, can be pretty stressful, because it's like, goddamn, if I'm a second too early. Fuck you. Again, I hate this wolf. Just do the charge! Just do the charge or run forward like you did the second time or whatever. Ah!
If you make the first roll through, you can just circle him after that, and he'll miss you. Yeah, that seemed to be mostly the case. There was one time where I had to dodge roll, but I was at close enough to the edge I could just, you know, iframe a way out of him. But, like, yeah. The problem is that stupid first roll. I really prefer if we can, like, get him to, like, within death day range when he's doing the animation for that. Because the infinite MP is giving me enough MP, I think I can get 1 or 2 stars of ruin in there. But again, we have to see how this goes. Oh my god, stop it. Ah, I gotta jump over you every time now. Yes, keep on being distracted. Damn it. Darn. I was not expecting him to do that attack. Again, it's so weird that he doesn't go into phase 2. Like, shouldn't that be his automatic response when his health is below 50? Like, instead he's like, nah, let me just sit around and maybe do an attack instead. I don't know, I'm kind of dead, so I don't really need to do anything else. I wonder where Bill is. Lord Bill! Can you kill the wolf with Moonveil? Alright, let's see. I want to say no, not in one hit. Yeah, I don't think I can do it in one hit. Damn it. Yeah, no. That's what's going to happen to me if I try. What I need to do is just jump over the wolf. Whatever he does, I should just try jumping over him and hope that my hitbox stays gone long enough so that whatever attack he does, it'll just, like, fly right under me. Ugh. Oh, well. That was the one I wanted, but whatever. Like I said, red flasks are not that important in this fight. That kind of pisses me off, but you know what? We will take our losses for experimenting. We'll try it with the actual wolf and see how that works. Oh. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Oh, you... Okay, so that's what happens when you try jumping over him. The arena makes that a little obnoxious. Woo! I felt that. I felt that breathing down my neck. Damn it, I messed up. I messed up, chat. Fuck, chat. Ah, I fucked that up so bad, chat. I hate it. Darn it. Oh, he stopped early. That's shocking. Oh, no. Well, whatever. I don't know how this is the run, but whatever. Where are you? There we go. Whatever. I don't know how this is the run that did that. I messed that up so hard in the second half there. But whatever, fine. Whatever. We're about to hit the 3-hour mark. You know what? Let's talk to Nia. I'm tired, but what the Oh shit, he glitched. Who glitched?
We're out of here. Hey, jellyfish. Your killer is dead, I guess.
And all that goes for the outside Russian. Thankfully, they gave up. They were like, darn.
Again, I stand by what I've said previously. This is an eyesore. I can't believe they did this. Could they like at least put it like near the blacksmith or something?
You managed to return. You know what this means. The Earth Tree has spurned you. The fingers remain still.
So I see.
Shaken by this turn of events, they are busy consulting the greater will. When they are finished, the fingers will again offer their guidance. But thousands, if not tens of thousands, of moons must first pass.
What?
No matter for me. But you, how will you ever manage to wait? My, oh my.
Let's see. What do we got for remember? Nope, I got no remembrances. Whoopsie. Received the equipment of champions. Are there any champions worth getting equipment from at this point? Not really.
Heavens forbid. That is not the domain of mere men. The burning of the Earth Tree is the first cardinal sin. And you say you seek the power of the Rune of Death too? The rune
All right, good night, Loki. Gonna go dissipate in bed. You, no problem, Adolphus.
the other is death.
Oh, he glitches. He might do roll at 1 frame 1 a second. Oh, I see.
Order upon its creation.
He'll frame 1 cancel the roll, do whatever he wants, then frame 1 back into the roll. Well, it worked in my favor, apparently.
The fingers would never.
Renala's headpiece increases your int, I think. Yeah, but I like my equipment.
Oh wait, what, you were saying something? Oh right, you're going through a character development.
But here we are. The fingers dormant, severing our link to the greater will. The realm and all life in ruins. Impossible events transpire beyond the ken of the fingers. Who is to say that the cardinal sin must be cardinal forever? Go on. Finish the job.
I like how very quickly she flips on this.
You deem most worthy.
Like she's like, no, you can't. This is awful. Wait a second. You know what? Why not? Like, okay, lady, sure.
You must find kindling.
Gotcha.
Only the smoldering flame in the great forge of the
Yeah, I've seen the
giants,
cauldron.
highest peak in the lands between, can burn the Earth Tree. But special kindling is required to reignite the flame. For the flame to burn the Earth Tree, a sacrifice is needed. Of one who envisions the flame and can lead you to the rune of death.
Uh-huh.
Now go forth.
Notice the stains for the first time. Cool, I got Rapture. I look at the Japanese, Oh, they still have lighting here. I assume that's just like an infinite white void outside. Still got the, I gotta check the Japanese wiki, see if they've got any of the gesture names there, because I'm kind of curious how accurate these are. Renal's headpiece increases your int or extra magic damage. I forget. You know what? Let's check. Let's check. Is this worth me sacrificing my look up until now? Increases int. Yeah, no. The thing is, I'm already at really high int where, like, I'm getting diminishing returns on my int, so it's like, I don't really mind. Okay, guys. It's really, really, really been great. We went extra long than I expected because of those that stupid dungeon. Why does that exist? Who thought that was a good idea? Of course I know who. It was Miyazaki. Stupid. I can't. I want to just hit this stupid axe with my staff. No, I'm being denied. Why is there no violence? Okay, fine. We're gonna be ending things here, everybody. You got anything new to say to me, Gideon?
I hear you helped get the girl back on her feet.
Huh?
Though I'm not her foster father anymore, I'd still like to thank you.
Wait, what?
Sorry. For the time you had to waste.
Oh, right, Nefeli. Right. Gotcha. Well. Yep, that's it, chat. We're gonna end things here. I'm tired. It's been great having y'all, but... Ay. We need to move on. Next time we will finish off doing, hopefully, this stuff. Or, if not, we're gonna do the detour and finally get back to Ronnie's quest line. Because I've kind of been neglecting her. I've kind of been leaving her on hold. Call deny. Alrighty.
See ya. Bye-bye.